Everybody here on YouTube. I'm going to show you a little bit about my TikTok channel because some of you have asked me what's going on there behind the scenes. What am I thinking? How do I choose to put what? Because it seems like it's chaotic. And the reality is, yeah, it is actually kind of chaotic. I don't actually really have a formula. I'm not sure why I got to 1.7 million followers, but I have a few ideas. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys is that success is hard work meets opportunity. Now, my whole life, I've been writing little songs. So that's one thing that I had going for me. And last summer, or a little while ago, maybe a year and a half now, I got myself a ukulele and I learned how to play it. Just basic stuff. So one of the things that I encourage you guys to do is whatever little craft you're doing, like whether it's some sort of art, whether it's dance, or whether it's playing the ukulele or singing, whatever, keep working at that, even if there's no audience, because one day the audience may appear. And the invention of TikTok is a perfect place for you to mix in whatever it is that you do in your real life. Just work at something, get a little bit good at something. I'm not very good at playing the ukulele. I'm not even that great of a singer, but it's passable. And I think one of the things that makes my account interesting is that I'm constantly writing new songs, little jingles. So practice that if it's something that interests you. And if not, like maybe you're good at juggling. I don't know. Then you can just, while you're talking, like I would love it if I knew how to juggle. I would just be like, hey, just juggling like while I'm talking to you. Like whatever it is that you know. If you know a different language, for example, you can just randomly start talking dans une autre langue. Tu peux parler en français si tu veux. Or whatever it is. You know, I know a little bit of French. So just mix it up a bit and make it interesting. One quote that I like from Margaret Atwood is, she wrote, "Hold my attention." She is an author, and that's what she wrote. And so I have that quote in my head a lot. Now, of course, with everybody's, who has so little attention span nowadays, it's almost impossible to hold anybody's attention. But you got to just imagine that you are the viewer. What would you want to see? So sometimes you just want quiet. And maybe you want just a few pauses. Maybe you just want that girl to like, shut up, don't talk so fast. Other people are like, no, 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 get on with it. Like, start pressing the buttons. Let me see. Why are you showing this? So it's really hard because another thing is that when you're on TikTok, whoever you're talking to is, you don't really know who they are. You can't see their eyes. If I was teaching in front of a class right now, I would be able to look at you and go, okay, that guy's yawning, or that one's sitting straight up and looking intently. So I would be able to judge, okay, I got to slow down the pace, or I got to pick it up, or be a little more quiet, or just be like, whoa, super loud. So when you have a class as a teacher, you get to see who the audience is. Right now, I have no idea who's watching me. I really don't know who you guys are. I know that some people are older men. For some reason, they like me. I don't know. And then there's also, teenagers who are just, want to say, oh, fuck you, and you're meat. They want to just give meat emojis. But for whatever reason, the audience is growing a little bit at a time, but it seems to be growing. So I must be doing something right. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just here trying, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about some ideas that I had. Now, I don't usually do TikTok trends, as they're called. In fact, to be honest, I don't think I've ever done a TikTok trend, but I saw this one and it made me laugh. So I thought I'll try it. So I decided to call the vegan teacher in the UK, Ruth, because we've been chatting a bit back and forth, like actually talking on like FaceTime. So I thought I would try this with her because I knew, like, I don't usually like pranks at all. And of course I wasn't going to post it unless I had her permission. So I just spontaneously tried, and I honestly didn't even think she was going to answer. But I was completely confused because when I pressed the button to do this trend, let me just pause. Oh wait, hold it. Trying to pause. Okay, let me move this off screen. Now remember, I'm just learning how to do all of this screen stuff. I'm gonna pull this over because I have my laptop in front of me, and then I have another screen here. So I'm just trying to figure it all out. Okay, so the thing is, basically I'm calling her and I'm trying to play a joke on her, but I had no idea that she was already doing something. Anyway, you'll see. Basically, she shocked me and surprised me, and I was kind of speechless. So I'm calling her. You see her name's there on the screen. And I'm pointing at my
Just a minute, don't say anything sensitive because I'm actually filming, not live.
Oh.
I'm filming.
Okay.
I'm filming. I've got that vegan nurse. It's not going live, don't worry. I actually have that vegan nurse and the video that she did about Gordon Ramsay, and I'm just going to flip you out. I've got that vegan teacher on the line, and she's just happened to call while I'm watching that vegan nurse do a video about Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I'm
so shall I call you back later, or is there anything you want to say to everybody?
Well, I can't talk right now. I think you called me by accident. We'll talk later, okay?
Okay.
Bye. Okay, so basically what's going on there is the joke is supposed to be I'm supposed to call her and she's supposed to say yeah, and I'm supposed to say, oh, well, why are you calling me? Like I'm supposed to pretend that she's calling me. But in reality, she didn't even give me a chance to say that. She just kept blabbing and blabbing and blabbing because she was afraid that I would say something, I don't know, just controversial or whatever. Anyway, it was basically funny. And I think then I wrote about it here. But I was so confused. I was trying to do the I'm busy right now trend by pranking vegan teacher UK, but it totally flopped. So let's see, how many viewers did that end up getting? So up to now it has 592,000. So that's like more than 500,000 people. And I guess they think it's funny, which it is kind of funny because they don't usually see me not talking. Usually I'm blabbing 100 miles an hour. But boy, she really got me there. Let's see, what else do we have? Here's one where I was pretty upset and I was just decided to tell people to fuck off. Now, this is not something I normally do all the time because you can people don't really like it when I'm kind of angry. But at the same time, you look here, 234 and the one beside it, about the same amount. It's really random. It's hard to say. Sometimes it has to do with the time of day that it's posted. It can be even 5 minutes apart and make all the difference depending on if the school bus just came and a whole bunch of kids started school at that time or work started or whatever. But anyway, this is me just being really serious because I wanted to give a message
Today,
about
like
the animals.
every day, I went to listen to the animals on factory farms and in slaughterhouses as they cried and begged for their lives. I said to them, what words can I give to my TikTok audience from you today? And they said, sing this song.
So this is a song I had just made up.
If you're against vegans, then you're for animal abuse. If you're against vegans, then to us you are of no use. So go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself. 'Cause we are sentient beings. We're mothers, fathers, sisters and brothers. We're not objects on a shelf.
All right. So you're probably thinking to yourself, many people say, why are you swearing? And don't swear. But the reality is I am being the voice of the animals in that case, in that song. And that was what the animals would say. They're on their way to death. And they are saying, just go fuck yourself. Stop eating us. Stop wearing us. Stop exploiting us. And so I wanted to make it very clear how upset the animals would be. I always imagine, what do they want me to say to you guys? And today, I figured they want me to be, I don't know, to just show you my TikTok account. They want me to give you the message in another way. Sometimes it's with anger and frustration. Sometimes it's with love and compassion. But it's this kind of variety that I think has made my account go to 1.7. Because it's not like you never know what you're going to get, because you know that you're going to get a variety. But that's the only thing I can think of. Now, what else did I do? This one here is me talking.
I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who has been coming lately to my channel and who has stuck by me since the beginning.
Yeah, so that's just me thanking my audience. And then here was this guy here had said on his channel,
I don't hate all vegans. My own grandmother's a vegan because of her health problems.
So he's trying to say that he did something and now I'm stitching him. Stitching means I take a part of his video and then I write something else. Now I wrote this above his head. Uh-oh, Curly failed the oral presentation. Try again. And I said, check the Vegan Society definition. So he's saying the typical thing that people often say, which is, oh, I don't hate all vegans. I just hate that vegan teacher. And the reason he says that is because I am the only vegan out there who is, well, that's not true. One of the main vegans out there who is saying, you should feel guilty for eating animals. You should feel guilty for wearing them. You should feel guilty for not helping us save them. That's the message I give people. And he, among millions of people, just hate that. They just want me to be nice and quiet and sweet and just say, please don't hurt animals. Please don't hurt animals, and talk like that, which is also part of the way that I talk. Because I mean it sincerely. Sometimes I sing with a little child's voice, trying to appeal to people in that way, because there is no magic formula. All I know for sure is that doing nothing doesn't work. You've got to do something. And basically, I'm trying to call him out on his bullshit here. And I said, well, listen.
You weren't listening. Being vegan has nothing to do with health. It has to do with the animals. Go look up the Vegan Society definition. But I love watching you drink soy milk. That part was great.
I don't hate all
So
vegans.
at
My
the
own grandmother's
at the beginning, like many people do, they try to upset me by showing me that they're going to drink cow's milk or they're eating meat or whatever. And he was no exception. Like every 13-year-old, he just said, oh, he started drinking his milk beforehand. So what I do is in my head, I think, well, to me, he's drinking soy milk. So I'm going to thank him for drinking soy milk. And so that's what I did. I said, that part at
is
the end.
vegan because of
And he's saying his grandmother is vegan. I'm saying, look, your grandmother's not vegan unless she's vegan for the animals. And he's trying to say, well, the reason I like my grandmother is she's just eating her vegetables in the corner and her fruits and her nuts and seeds, and she's not making me feel guilty about it. And so I'm saying to him, basically, your grandmother is not really a vegan because vegans make people feel guilty about it. They make people think about the animals. That's our job, is to speak out on behalf of the animals. Now, of course, there are various degrees to that. Some people just, by being vegan and just doing their own thing and slightly once in a while mentioning, we should let's go and buy the soy milk this time. That can make somebody blow up and feel incredible guilt. For other people, it just goes right over their head. Like they don't really pick up on the fact that they have just been told that they shouldn't eat animals. It's like they just, whatever. No, I don't feel like it. So everybody is at a different stage. All vegan animal rights activists are at different stages to which they push the message. I am just at the stage right now where I am just pushing very hard, just to the limit, because people have tried really hard to get my account taken down, saying that I'm bullying people. But the way I see it is that they are bullying the animals, and I am simply saying stop. Because to me, the animals are all here. They're all around me. And everyone is coming to try to eat them and wear them and kill them and hurt them and put them in prison and take their babies away from them. And I'm just trying to stop everybody like this. So the way I see it is I'm not bullying. It might look like I'm bullying because I'm going like this and I'm saying, no, stop. Don't do that. Leave the babies alone. Leave the moms alone. Stop pushing down the moms and trying to steal their milk. And I'm like this. And the way I see it is I'm defending, but they see it as me attacking. So this is all perception. But anyway, so this guy was, pissed off at me because he's basically saying, I like all the other vegans who are nice and quiet in the corner like my grandma. But I don't like that vegan teacher because she's just basically a pain in the ass. Anyway, that was that video. And then there was another one that he did. I decided to take this guy's stuff again. I just went and looked and realized, wow, he's a good singer. So I took part of his song and I stitched it together. So
all I know that love in you is
you see, he has a beautiful voice, doesn't he? Did you hear that?
Hey everyone, we had
Oh shoot! Now what I do?
a hen pass.
all I
Okay.
know.
So he has a beautiful voice and he's singing. And these are the words. I put these on the screen. All I know is that loving you is a beautiful thing. And then I decided to stop the video there because you have only 5 seconds of a stitch. And then I finished the song. Finished his song. Finished. In my own words.
Know that love in you is a
Beautiful thing, meat is murder, so please save my life.
That's all. It doesn't even rhyme, but that was my message. So that's what I decided to do.
know that love in you is a
Beautiful thing.
I wish I could sing as well as he does, but of course he has the piano with him and I don't know, he's great sound. So that's what I did there. I just stitched that and try to give people the message. It has 266,000 viewers so far. This one is of a sanctuary. This guy's a dad and he has animals at his farm that are saved.
Hey everyone, we had
And this was
a
sad.
hen pass away last night, Louise. This is her arriving, her very first minute. She came with her sister Thelma. That's her taking her dust bath.
I don't know if you guys know, but there's a movie called Thelma and Louise about 2 empowered women. And so he named his chickens after them. I thought that was kind of cute. But you guys who are young, you might not know that. So he's talking about how one of the chickens died and he becomes attached to these animals. And seems like a beautiful person, honestly. He's always showing himself just doing his thing, taking care of the animals. And he has some kids there. And once in a while you see the kid standing beside the pig and it's just so adorable. And I just wanted to share this because I wrote here, please follow and support this account. I said, please be vegan from now on. So I like to do that, to support different people, because I am lucky that for some reason I have this audience. And then, of course, here's John Robert Bell, who is one of my least favorite people because he's such a hypocrite, and I talk about him in different videos. He's just it's, I guess the most frustrating thing about him is that he's constantly trying to tell everybody else how to behave. And he sits there like he's some sort of god, and he's like, well, this is the right thing to do that, and this is what you should do here and there and there. And yet he continues to pay for the rape, the torture, and the murder of animals. And it's a shame, because if he had just let his ego down when I first started talking to him, he actually started attacking me first, but when I first started talking to him, all he had to do was say, that's some interesting points, I'll look into that. And he could have, you know, reduced his animal consumption gradually over time, but he didn't. He said, oh no, it's a Christian, I just have a right to eat animals. And, you know, that is just, I've tried in various different ways to reach him through comedy. At one point I had an onion phone, and I was, you know, talking to him on my onion phone and different things. And other times I've, you know, just giving him shit. And basically, I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's just really, might be a lost cause. It's a real shame, though. He's actually quite young. I think he's about the age of my sons. I think he's like 27 or something like that. Now, here's one of Tilly. Now, Tilly, I just discovered, is the daughter of Gordon Ramsay. I didn't know he had a daughter. And she's apparently 18 or like, anyways, she's not, you know, super young. And anyway, I just found out, I found this little clip. And so I decided to stitch something with her. Now, I know she's not vegan. She's probably not even thinking about it. I mean, how could she go against her dad, who's this, you know, idol in her eyes and in so many people's eyes? But I decided to play with it anyway. And so this is what I came up with there.
I gotta go my own way. Gordon Ramsay has a daughter, and she wants to go her own way? This is fucking fantastic. The apple doesn't have to fall right beside the tree. Let's give it a kick. Go vegan. You can do it.
All right, so I don't know if you know that expression, but they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That means that whatever your offspring is, your kid is going to end up being like you, most likely. And I'm saying it doesn't have to be that way. We can give the apple a kick. So Tilly doesn't have to be like her dad. She can decide to be vegan. Why not? Right? I mean, what are the odds? The odds are almost impossible. But you never know. She might be actually courageous enough to see some animal footage of how the animals are treated, and it might get into her heart, and she might think, you know what, I wouldn't mind being a vegan chef. And maybe I'll try to do some vegan recipes. I'll come up with some stuff. I'll be different than my dad. I mean, that would be so amazing. And so we can't assume that people are unreachable. And so I am maybe naive, but that's the video I came up with her. So she just had a little clip. She wasn't talking about veganism whatsoever. But I wrote here, Tilly go vegan. And I wrote here, watch Dairy is Scary. And I gave the link to Dairy is Scary because I think that's a great, it's only a 5-minute video, and that might help her.
I gotta go my own way. Gordon Ramsay has a daughter, and she wants to go her own way? This is fucking fantastic. The apple doesn't have to fall right beside the tree. Let's give it a kick. Go vegan. You can do it.
So that's it. That's what I did there. I decided to do these in 15 seconds. So her clip is 5 seconds, and then I had 10 seconds in which to give a message, try to be a little bit interesting, and give a call to action, which is go your own way. And, you know, I wrote there, watch Dairy is Scary. So this is how I make my videos. Another one I did, these are reposts. This is just a typical song that I wrote. Oh, let me shrink this back here for you guys. This is a song that I wrote, which is Happy Vegan Declaration Day. And because it's now on TikTok, I can use this sound to film basically any veggie, fruit, nut, or seed that I want to. And in this case, I'm just filming celery. And that's a song that, it's like a commercial.
Happy vegan, happy vegan, happy vegan declaration day.
All right, so that's that. That's a song. And then over here, what do we have? This is another song that I composed, which is actually my favorite song right now that I composed. Oh no, not this one. It's one that I like, but it's not my favorite. And this is about Heaven is Vegan. Now, this was a song that created a lot of controversy because people are saying, well, heaven is not vegan. But the reality is that if you listen to the words, it says that that heaven can be here on earth. And that's what I actually think. I think heaven, we can create heaven here for the animals, or we can create hell for them. I do not believe that there is, a place that you go in the sky with wings or whatever, and I just don't believe it. I'm more science-based, and I'm more rational thinker. But I decided to say heaven is vegan because I want to try to get religious people to think of what is the right thing to do. If they're actually afraid that they might go to hell after they die, then why not go that angle with them? Right? Because that's what I do. And that's, my hair's driving me totally crazy. Sorry guys, I keep touching it, but I just, anyway, so that's what I do. If there's a religious group, I'll try to find a way to get into them through religion. If somebody's a member of the LGBTQ community, I'll think, okay, how can I talk about that and get in there, get the vegan message into them? If somebody has darker skin and feels oppressed, I'll try and make them think, okay, you're oppressed, but how can you not be the oppressor to the animals? Now what this does, unfortunately, is it makes basically everybody dislikes me. I don't think they actually really dislike me. They dislike the message, but they, it's coming out of this. So, that's what they think. And so everybody fights. So somebody who's a member of the LGBTQ community who wants to keep eating their steak is like, fuck you. I want to keep doing it. And I try to say, well, listen, you don't want to be oppressed. And, we vegan animal rights activists will support you. And you dark-skinned people, whatever shade of dark you are, we support you. And you religious people, we're fine with you being religious. You can believe whatever you want. Just don't hurt the animals. Don't hurt the animals. Don't hurt the animals. And so this is a song I came up with for religious people.
What to do? It's time to be vegan for the animals and you, Mother Earth, the skies and the oceans too. We have to protect them. We all know it's true. Heaven is vegan. 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 It's vegan right now for every pig, lamb, turkey, fish, chicken, and cow. All we have to do is change our ways and lead with our hearts towards better days. Heaven is vegan. Heaven is vegan. Heaven is vegan.
I put some trumpets in there. I don't know if you can hear them.
Heaven is vegan. No matter your race, size, color, gender, or religion, you can be a good person, an ethical vegan, and help to create heaven. Hallelujah.
So one thing I suggest is that people create different posts that they can repost. So that is something that I can maybe repost that once a month because I have new followers and they might not have heard it yet. Here I'm supporting a young woman. She's 20 years old and she's experiencing vegan phobia, and she made 3 great videos talking about how difficult her life is at home and how she can't come out of the closet as a vegan because her dad works in the meat industry and it's really difficult. She's in the middle of the United States on a farm. She doesn't have people to talk to, and her TikTok is her kind of link to the outside world, and I just wanted to help support her. And yeah, like I said, there's all kinds of different accounts, different videos here. This one was of me saying,
To all of you who can't stand me, want to strangle me, you hate my guts, because you can't stop thinking about me every time you see a dead animal on your plate. Congratulations. You're just a bit closer to becoming vegan. To all of...
All right, so that's me trying to give a positive spin, because I know there are people who follow me and who are frustrated with me and they feel like they're angry, and that's normal. When I was not vegan, I would still follow people who pissed me off, but I was somewhat intrigued by them. I still actually follow people who I don't agree with politically, but I think to myself, maybe they have something to teach me. And I encourage all of you to actually go outside of what your own little, echo chamber. Go and follow other accounts that you might think, ugh, I would never follow a right-wing account or whatever, but just be curious. Just make sure that you have an open mind. And so there are people who are following me who are not vegan, and they think they never will be, but every day they're getting a little message about, here, Bella vegan dog, that dogs can be vegan, and then they're gonna get other things. Here was a vegan who is a cook, who came after me and basically made a video and was saying, you know, basically trying to tell everybody, well, follow me because I am just here. I'm giving nice recipes. I'll never try to make you feel guilty. And, you know, that vegan teacher is nothing like me. So I decided to do a video to try to react to her. Basically, I was kind of pissed off. That was my first reaction, was be like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't even know you and you're coming after me. Like, fuck you. But that was not going to be helpful in this case. So I decided to spin it in a way. So I created this little script. I'll show you what I did.
I'm often guilty.
I took this little phrase that she wrote in one of her videos that says, I'm often guilty about. And so I took that and I put it into this context here.
Of comparing myself to others. And yes, I get jealous.
So she's saying that she gets jealous. So because of that, I decided to take that little sentence, and this is her here. There's a picture of her here. And, you know, she's not really like me. She's very kind of fancy and a lot of makeup. I don't wear makeup. And so she's saying that she's jealous. So I thought, okay, maybe she's jealous of me in some way. But whatever it is, she came after me. And so I decided to have fun with that.
Okay, so you're the jealous type, and you're saying there's two kinds of vegans, and that you and I are not the same, and you're trying to start a fight with me. Is that it? Huh? Trying to get everybody to hate me? Huh? Don't worry about it. Everybody already hates me. You should see my duets. Everybody's like, pow, 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 scared of kicking. Oh, they want to strangle me. But you don't have to do that. Listen, oh, I just understood. I just figured it out. I just figured out your plan. You're trying to get everybody to hate you so they'll run to your channel. But it's such a brilliant idea. Oh, you're so smart. Yes, that's it. I make them feel guilty. I tell them about the murder, the rape, the torture, and these factory farms. Every time they put their fork into a poor innocent animal, they're going to feel bad. That's great. We want them to feel bad, right? But then we want them to have good recipes, like yours. Her recipes are bloody amazing. Minus the blood, of course. Follow her. Girl, I love ya.
So that's what I came up with. And actually, that video was banned. It was banned, and it said that I was harassing her, even though I was minding my own business, and she came and attacked me. But I typed a complaint to, I submitted an appeal, and it was reinstated. So that's the good thing about TikTok, is most times when I appeal things, they bring back my videos because I explain, look, you know, this is what I was doing. Here's a little song, 15
Stop
seconds.
being racist, stop being sexist, stop being homophobic, stop being ageist, stop being ableist, stop being vegan phobic. If you don't like number 6 on this list, sorry, but you have to admit, when it comes right down to it, you're a hypocrite.
So that's me explaining what vegan phobic is. You know, there are many people who are racist, and then there are people who are not. People who are against racism, against sexism, and against homophobia, but for some reason, they're fine with vegan phobia. They're fine with attacking vegans and saying, you know, we're too skinny. We look like, I get told that. You're too skinny. I don't want to be vegan and look like you. But meanwhile, somebody else, another friend of mine, another vegan person on TikTok, they say, well, she's too fat. I don't want to be like her. I'll be fat. So it's like, these are just excuses. Vegans are like everybody else. Some of us are thin, some of us are fat, some of us have muscle, some of us don't. Like, I have not very much muscle on me because I don't really care. I don't want to spend any time working out. I just want to be healthy enough to do a handstand and, you know, pick up my granddaughter. I mean, you know, that's, you know, walk my dog. That's the extent of it for me. I don't need to be a bodybuilder type. It's not my thing. So anyway, I'm suggesting in this song that in this little, you know, song, that it's important to be all of these things. And you can hear that I have no instrument. So this is something that I wrote this thing. It doesn't even necessarily rhyme, but then I will use my phone to sing in after, and that's one of the things. And then what's great about this post, again, is it's something I can repost often. Here are some jeans I started to paint. Now, I don't know if they're finished or what, but I did these actually, I did these actually a while back, and I don't really wear them very often, but I thought I would show them, and I really made a point of not showing my face here because I don't want to use my body as sort of like some sort of, how do I put this? Like, I don't like to sexualize my body, but at the same time, it's okay to dance, and it's okay to have fun, and it's okay to show things. So I wanted to give this message. So that has 306,000 views right now, and let me show you what it is.
Happy vegan, happy vegan.
You recognize the song? It's the Happy Vegan Declaration Day song, right? So here I had to stand here, and I made a point of, this is not a leather belt, by the way, because everybody will say right away, oh, why are you wearing a leather belt? And so I'm trying to show the messages on the jeans and trying to give people the idea, look, you can paint your jeans, and this can be a way to do some animal rights outreach. You be on the subway or whatever, and people will read your jeans, and it'll be another click. Because like I said, it takes 100 clicks until you become vegan. It has to hit your head, has to hit your heart. You have to get over your cognitive dissonance. And even though you might not want to talk to somebody about it, just this will be a passive way of doing some activism. So I wanted to show my jeans.
Happy vegan declaration day.
And I wanted to show my shirt, and that's how I ended it. And that was filmed in my kitchen, which, you know, it took quite a few times. I don't know, I probably had to try 20 times because it, you know, I was always like off camera because I'm trying to dance backwards or whatever. But again, this is another post that I can repost in a month or so. So that's what I encourage people to do. Here's another one that was kind of interesting. This is a guy. Okay, his name is Joe Bartolozzi, and he did something, and basically he's always doing videos showing himself eating all these dead animals, and he's always about working out, and he's always wearing no shirt. So first of all, I want to say my personal views about people and nudity is I think I don't have a problem with nudity. I think that if men can be topless, women should be allowed to be topless. I think it's bloody sexist that we're not allowed. And in this case, I want to show you how sexist the world is, though. Okay, so he made a video a year later. So I think this is him a year ago, and this is him recently. So he's trying to reenact and show his body. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to be looking at. If one of them is more in shape than the other, or his point is to show that he's the same, still in good shape. But I decided to have fun with this. So I decided to take my shirt off. Now, I would have, if I was allowed, taken my whole shirt off, because I would have liked to have made the same point, like, hey, you're topless, I'll be topless. But I would have been kicked off TikTok like instantaneously. So I wasn't going to do that. So I decided to have fun with it and just, you know, keep my bra on, which, by the way, looks almost identical to my bathing suit top. But beyond, it's amazing. If you go to the duets, people are like, oh my God, what is she doing? Like, gross. And what is that all about? If you saw me on a beach in a bikini, just sitting there, would you be saying that? No, it's because people are so messed up in their heads that they think, what is this 56-year-old woman doing taking off her shirt? Like, what is she trying to be sexy? Like, what's going on? So I really was trying to avoid that as much as possible. I even joked around with it and left my scarf on. And I'm basically showing myself drinking soy milk because he is showing himself drinking milk. Now, I know that he's not drinking soy milk, but I pretend that he is because this makes it fun. So, and I also, to make sure it's fun and not like a bizarrely sexual thing, because people always turn things into sexual things when they're not, I decided to put all my fun animals here. So, and well, you'll see, I say, watch. Okay, so I wrote partying with our buddy Joe. So I put our buddy, so I put, you know, our buddies. Here's our buddies. There's a broccoli and there's a bunch of animals here. And I put the oat milk here, and I'm trying to put the oat milk there after. You'll see. And I'm just trying to have fun with him. I'm just partying with him. Like, it's not anything weird or creepy, but of course people twist it that way. But I'm just doing exactly what he's doing. But you know, nobody would ever complain and say, what the fuck are you doing, Joe? Why are you taking off your shirt and dancing around? But they'll say it to me because it's sexist and it's ageist and it's messed up. It's also partly vegan phobic because I'm trying to make a point about you should drink soy milk. You should be cruelty free. Okay, so when the soy milk comes out, the shirts come off. So I'm just doing exactly what he's doing. I'm imitating him and just joining in the party, just having fun. Now, people are saying things like, oh, no wonder nobody wants to be vegan because look how out of shape you are compared to him. My point was not to show off my body. I know that I don't have that much muscle on me, and I know I have extra fat on me. But the weird thing is, people still say that she's too skinny. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. My point was simply to say, I, as a woman, have a right to do what he's doing. I, as a TikToker, have a right to play with him like anybody else is. Everyone's playing with each other's videos. That's what TikTok is about. And I tried to make it as fun as possible. And he's imitating himself, and I'm just joining in the party. You see, I have soy milk here. At the beginning, you see him drinking his cow milk. Then he puts it in the fridge. I put down my soy milk, and go vegan. So, again, always a call to action as well, as much as possible. In my videos, I try to do something, twist things around a little bit, make it interesting, try to hold their attention, hold your attention in some way. It's hard, of course. Half of you have probably already left this video, but I try to hold your attention, and then I try to do a call to action, which is go vegan. So that's pretty much what I have here. Let's see what else we have. Here's a little song that I invented based on a quote by Gary Francione. And here was me doing a little, showing my YouTube channel. And this is me just doing a little song, a little rhyme. This is Bella, my vegan dog. And here's a guy. Here's a guy who just is so many men are just, ugh. But anyway, I'll show you. You saw the video before. Let me just show you. So he takes my Happy Vegan Declaration Day song, and he starts freaking out and saying, "Why are you not banned yet?" Well, and I think he's referring to the other video where I take off my shirt, and he's just basically freaking out as if this should be banned. And my point is, well, you'll see what I write. First of all, I said, okay, so which part exactly do you want a democratic society to censor? And I'm pointing at him, I'm saying, this misogynist wants to ban women from TikTok.
Video and the last one. Why are they gonna take down your TikTok?
Okay, so which part exactly do you want a democratic society to censor? Singing, dancing, creating art, or trying to save animals from suffering?
I reported this video and the last one. Why are
He's saying, I'm reporting this video and the last one. That's what he's saying. And why are you not banned?
they gonna take down your TikTok?
Okay, so which...
So, and I'm basically saying, look, you're being ridiculous. Like, what are you trying to do? Censor? Why would you want to censor things? Here's another, just a video, another stitch with somebody who had tagged me in something else. This is a little fun thing, completely different than everything else. This is me with Elmo. And, so somebody had written, had veggies for lunch today, and I even had hummus. So I decided to have some fun with it. So I used my voice and this little guy, Elmo, and I used the voice effect, and I'm just basically him having fun singing a song about veggies.
Veggies and hummus, they go together in any kind of season, in any kind of weather. Veggies and hummus, they go together, sing a nice song. I'm a vegan from now on.
That's it. So, and at the end, so you see he has, or she, I don't know who this is, has a comment there. And then at the end, I put up the Happy Vegan Declaration Day sticker at the end to say, good job.
They go together in any kind of season, in any kind of weather. Veggies and hummus, they go together, sing a nice song. I'm a vegan from now on.
That's it. Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Oh, shoot, I forgot to capitalize this. Oh, I hate that. I'm such a perfectionist. But you know what they say? Perfection is the enemy of good enough. But next time I'll probably try and cover that up a bit better. It really does bug me. Sorry. All right, let's see. What else do we have? So let's go back here. This was one I did this morning. One time I did a thing in the shower and TikTok banned it. Of course, I didn't show anything. I was literally just showing the shoulders, and I think I was playing my ukulele in the shower and having fun with it, but somebody reported it for nudity. But that was a long time ago, and I didn't really know that you could appeal things, and I was just like in shock, and I thought, oh my God, I'm in trouble, and then kick me off any second. Now I realize, whatever. But I decided to do a sort of a fun thing here where I actually was not in the shower. I actually turned on the cold water, and I was on the outside. Now, because I was filming it and singing, I had to make it look like I was in the shower. So what I had is I had like a stick, and I like poked the curtain like that, and then put it away, and then quickly started filming. So you see there's a movement at first, but not later. Now, obviously, if I had somebody living with me, what I would have done, or that not living with me that's available, like people are busy here, I would have said, hey, can you stand in the shower just like every once in a while, just bump the curtain and I'll be on this side singing. But anyway, I had to do it myself. So I'll just show you what it's just a little thing.
Why the fuck aren't you vegan yet? What the fuck is taking you so long? Instead of worrying about the swearing in this song, get your priorities straight and be vegan from now on. Why the fuck?
See the movement of the curtain
yet?
a bit there?
What the fuck is taking you so long?
After that, that's
Instead
it.
of worrying about the swearing in this song, get your priorities straight and be vegan from now on.
Anyway, that's that. It's just another variety, something different. And of course, this one it's just a silly one. It's a fast one.
Hello? Yes, God? You want me to do what? Right now? Okay, hold on. God says to tell you this is a sign from God. Okay, I told them.
So it's just a very short little commercial for veganism and to have a happy Vegan Declaration Day. That one too took me a long time to hold the banana there in exactly the right place and to move into the screen, but it's one that can be reposted. Here's one where I'm talking about the dairy industry and trying to give people the idea, don't drink dairy milk. It's weird, it's gross. And so I wrote a little song and I filmed something and let me show you.
Mom, if cups hadn't been invented yet, would our whole family be under a cow? Weird. If cups hadn't been invented yet, tell me the truth, Mom, tell me now. Dad, violating mother cow seems wrong in both my heart and in my head. Maybe we should buy vegan milk and vegan ice cream instead. Maybe we should buy vegan milk and vegan ice cream instead.
That's it. So just to give the idea how weird it is that we drink milk from another species and past the age of infancy. Like, how weird is that? It's just so messed up. So just don't do that. I mean, we've been just sold so many lies by the dairy industry. What else do we have here? Okay, I just realized I'm not really showing you guys everything. Anyway, so here's one that I did today. Now, this is based on a comment. My comments have been off for I don't know how long, several months, because I couldn't find anything in there readable. It was just meat emojis and death threats and fuck yous. So I decided just to close it down, just so that when there is something written by other animal rights activists, I can actually communicate with them and see what's going on. And when people come and see the comment section, they can learn something, like there can be links to different websites or different facts. So that's a way for them to learn something as opposed to just seeing all the bullshit. Like right now on YouTube, I have the comments open sometimes, most times, and I don't know if it's good or not. The problem with having your comments open is that it's normal that when you're a vegan animal rights activist, it's going to be filled with hate stuff because people just don't want to hear the message. What it can do is it can make people think like, oh yeah, this is normal. Bullying is normal. Let's just keep bullying this person. And so it can be detrimental. I'm still trying to figure that out, what is good and what is bad. On the other hand, if there's enough animal rights activists in there to educate people and to combat these comments, it can be worthwhile. So I'm just trying to figure out where to go with everything on YouTube. But right now, my comments are open for most of my videos, I think, but I don't actually ever read them. It's just basically a place for people to purge. I'm busy creating other things. So somebody wrote here, is your wig vegan? Is your wig vegan? Now this is an old comment from way back. I realized that even though I closed the comments down on my YouTube channel, there are still comments from way back, from before, like it didn't erase them all. So if I go way back, like in the summertime, like 6 months ago, and today I just randomly read this comment, is your wig vegan? And I just thought it was funny because I've heard a lot of people said, do you wear a wig? Which I thought was really funny. Like the weirdest things come out, but I thought, oh, maybe it does look like a wig. That's weird. I don't know why, but anyway. So I decided to have fun with that and just made fun of myself. And this is what I came up with this morning spontaneously. So this is my kitchen. And I have a tripod in front of me, and I'm actually using my iPad, which my husband bought for me, which I'm so happy about. Because having an iPad is just so much better than a little camera, because I can see better. My eyesight is not that great. So, yeah. So this is what I did. I just decided to make fun of myself.
Honey, can you help me? I'm trying to find the label on my wig. I don't know if it's vegan or not. Honey, can you help me? I'm trying to find the label on my wig. I don't know if it's vegan or not.
So down here you can see very small, it says stop body shaming animal rights activists, stop finding excuses for your animal abuse. Yeah, animal abuse. So people are just like, they like, what does my hair have anything to do with my message? Why would they even talk about my hair? It's just weird. It's just like, I'm literally there talking about, hey guys, don't hurt animals. And they're like, well, why are you wearing a wig? Like, what the fuck? So I just decided to do that. And I noticed that people actually kind of liked it. It was, again, I'm trying to hold people's attention. So I put these little guys in here. I put one and the other one came a little bit later. And I try to keep it really short. I tried it, like, I think I filmed this actually just once. Because sometimes what I notice is that if you're trying to act something out and you just try too hard, it just gets worse as you go along. And sometimes it's just like, okay, I'm just going to pretend, you do whatever. It's not perfect. Sometimes I think, okay, maybe my expression was not perfect, but it is what it is, and I just posted it. Let me just see how many viewers it has. See, it has 492, like almost 500,000, and that was posted this morning. So if you look on either side, what do we have here? See, this one has only 52,000 on one side, and the other one 51,000. So this one is clearly something that people like. They like humor, because I'm often giving people shit and I'm very serious. So they like seeing kind of a different side of me, I guess. Over here, I'm promoting, oh, sorry, I'm just going to push this over here. Sorry, guys. So here I'm promoting this animal rights activist. Now, why am I promoting him? Well, I'll be honest with you. I am promoting him because I noticed that he has dark skin. So why? Because so many people think that I am racist. If I talk to a certain community, they will say, oh, you're just picking on them. But I'm happy when these people come out and speak for themselves. But because they don't have a big platform, I give them the platform. I just basically say, listen, you're an animal rights activist and you're trying to get the message out to your community. Here, come over here on my stage and say what you have to say. More people will see it. I do the same thing for the LGBTQ community. I will do the same thing for feminists who are vegan. I will do the same thing for men who are vegan and don't have a big audience, who will say, hey guys, as men, we are the protectors of society. We should be, well, not the only ones, of course, but we should. It's in our nature to want to protect animals. So why don't you guys join us vegan men and let's protect these animals together? So I will give them a platform. If somebody is, it doesn't matter if they're a Jewish person and they say, look, because of the Holocaust, I understand what the animals went through and I don't want the Holocaust to continue. The Holocaust never ended for the animals. So I will say to that Jewish person, hey, would you like to come on my stage and give your message? And so that's what I do. You might have seen I already did that in some videos here on YouTube. So basically, I don't want anybody to suffer. I want everybody to be loved, everybody to be included. And I include the billions of innocent animals who are suffering right now into that equation. I don't want racism. I don't want sexism. I don't want homophobia. I don't want ageism. People shouldn't be discriminating against people who are older or younger for that matter. Just, take people for what they do and what they say. And I don't believe in ableism. Just because somebody looks like they might be in a wheelchair or whatever doesn't mean that they don't have a ton of things to offer. So we gotta always give people the benefit of the doubt and look at what they say and do and not on the surface. Go deeper. So here's I'll just show you his video while I'm at it.
Animals deserve to be treated equal to humans. That is why there shouldn't be human supremacy. The same way there shouldn't be white supremacy, there shouldn't be human supremacy. So, what I'm trying to say is, we must put an end to human supremacy. Animals.
Okay, so I took his speech, and what I did is I added some little tags here. Stop speciesism, be kind, be vegan. And I wrote follow vegan Corey 444. I asked people to follow his account. He does a lot of videos like this. If I could talk to him personally, I would tell him about the feature to turn this around. There is an invert feature he doesn't know about yet. I didn't know about it for a long time either. And so what I end up doing is a lot of my shirts are actually painted backwards that I use on TikTok just to save me the time from pressing the buttons. This is not one. This is one that I use here on YouTube because it's, or anyway, there's, you also can just switch it around if you film before you post on TikTok. But anyway, so this is not painted backwards. But what I did is, because it's painted backwards and he's talking about some pigs, I decided to add the pigs myself to help promote his message.
Treated equal to humans. That is why there shouldn't be human supremacy.
So you see, I added a little bird here, and I'm trying to keep the audience's attention to listen to his wonderful message. And so I added chicken here, and then
the same way there shouldn't be white supremacy.
So then I added some little happy pigs there who are happy to hear his message.
There shouldn't be human supremacy.
And an arrow and a reminder, follow this account, which I wrote up here, his address again.
So, what I'm trying to say is, we must put an end to human supremacy.
And he says, what I'm trying to say now is, and then I said, go vegan. That's essentially his whole message. And I added this little one after. So it's a very short video, but I tried to sort of decorate it to honor his message the best that I could. I have no idea who this guy is. He just appeared as, and it was a suggestion that I follow him. And I do follow people if I can see their face and I can see that with their own words, they are really ethical vegans. And I'm happy to have met him. So it's great. This today is something that I was cooking, and I decided to film it
up some onion.
and made a song about it this morning. I'm frying up some onion, I said.
I'm gonna make some vegan food. It's only 7 in the morning, but what the fuck, I'm just in the mood. I'm trying to film and chop with my left hand at the same time. I'm also trying to sing you a fun little rhyme.
So I'm just making up some dumb song as I go along about chopping with my left hand and singing a little rhyme. And you can hear my mother-in-law in the background talking at some point.
I'm doing all this to save some animals from your night. So listen up, be vegan, be nice. Cumin, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, curry. Be careful not to burn it, stir it, hurry. Add tofu, hot peppercorn, tomatoes, beans, and peas. Add whatever the fuck you please. Throw in some rice, 'cause rice makes everything nice. Try doing this yourself. Make up a little song. But most important of all is to be vegan from now on.
And then you see me walking, and I'm going to bring that to my sweetie. He's working down in his office, and I brought this to him, and he was like super happy. That was actually our breakfast. Over here, we don't really care what we eat when. Sometimes we eat cereal for dessert. Sometimes we eat it for supper. We're just out of that sort of mentality of, you know, cereal for breakfast, oatmeal for breakfast, whatever. We just eat whenever. Try to have a variety of things. And so as far as spices go, like, I'm not a very great cook. I mean, I love my food, and my family, whoever comes over, likes it, but I never follow recipes. But what I have figured out is that if you put a bunch of different spices, it does seem to give it all these layers. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just all I know is they said, wow, this is really good. So I added a bit of cumin, turmeric, some people call it turmeric, a bit of ginger, even cinnamon. I used to think that cinnamon was just for cinnamon buns and for like cinnamon cookies or whatever. But then I found out that like it's an ingredient in a multi, you know, when you look at buy Indian spices that are already pre-mixed, I was like, cinnamon's in there. So now I started adding cinnamon and curry. So these were my spices that I added today. This took me a very short time to make. like really quick. I'm super fast in the kitchen. I would actually love to have a restaurant one day because I really love being efficient, not wasting any time, not having anybody stand around. So if there's like a few of us working, like, okay, you chop and you do this and that. I love the efficiency of that. And somebody said I should watch Gordon Ramsay's show for that, but I don't like that guy. But I guess we, anyway, I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, so that's that. Now this guy did a duet based on my other video that I showed you before. So this is the one where I'm talking about, oh, you hate me. And so he decides to do some bizarre, perverted, weird thing. Like, men are just, oh, come on. Not all men, I know. But come on, guys, seriously?
Hate my guts. Because you can't stop thinking about them?
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about you. Especially when I'm playing with myself.
Okay, so he says, yeah, I can't stop thinking about you, especially when I'm playing with myself. Like, seriously? Oh my God. So I wrote this creepy man. And, what do you do with that? You report it. You just get grossed out. Like, look, I'm talking about the animals and saving the animals. That was my message. And I guess just because actually, I don't know. Anyway, he decided that he thought this would be a good idea to talk about how he plays with himself when he thinks about me.
Because I know it upsets you, beating meat.
So I know it upsets you, beating meat. So he's talking about playing with himself and that it upsets me. Like, anyway. So here was my response. I thought for a while and I thought, how do I deal with this guy? Again, it's a matter, there's three things. Hold my attention. Hold people's attention. So how can I give a message to the TikTok audience, hold their attention? And in this case, I decided, okay, I also want a call to action, which means I want people to do something at the end. And I want to give him the message, but really he might not even see the video. But people watching the message that, number one, you're not going to distract me with your stupid sexual ideas or whatever the hell you're doing. I'm going straight for the point, which is the animals. It's about the animals. And so that's what I was trying to do in this video.
Oh, well, I don't mind you thinking about me. As long as you're also thinking about tofu, lentils, chickpeas, beans and rice, vegan lasagna, vegan pizza, vegan ice cream. I mean, do whatever the fuck you need to do. Just stop hurting animals.
So that's how I dealt with that. Let's see, how many views did that have? That did not have that many views. But again, this might be the timing. I put a bunch of videos. I think this was right at the time. I think it was when school started already. And so after school and work starts, nobody's really on TikTok. Everybody's just really busy doing their stuff. So these videos will probably go up. They always do go up a little bit more in the numbers as time goes on. The only reason that one would really stand out, like this one here, 492,000, is if it's just unusual or extra interesting. So that's it. This is one where I talked about vegan phobia. This poor young lady, she is a vegan animal rights activist. And listen, imagine giving a death threat to somebody. I mean, just listen.
Imagine wishing death on someone because they're asking you to not abuse animals.
Okay, you can see she's in the hospital here. There's some hospital equipment there. Let me just see if I can make this bigger. I mean, it's just absolutely despicable what people do. So I wanted to help her out here. So I downloaded her video, and this is what she had written. And you hear the voice saying it. Imagine wishing death on someone because they're asking you to not abuse animals. So here's what somebody wrote. Let's give her a death threat. How about that? Now imagine if somebody did that to a member of the Black community. Let's give them a death threat. How do you think that would go over? People would lose their shit. It would be all over the place. It would be all over, gets all over the media when there's a death threat. Or if there's a death threat to somebody who is a member of the LGBTQ community. Same thing. People would freak out about it. A death threat to an animal rights activist? Oh, that's no big deal. Let's just laugh at that. It is a big deal. And here's my response.
Vegan phobia is real, wrong, and dangerous. Stop denying that it exists. Speak out before it's too late.
Imagine wishing death on someone because they're asking you to not abuse animals.
Vegan phobia is real, wrong, and dangerous. Stop denying that it exists. Speak out before it's too late.
Imagine wishing death.
So I feel strongly that vegan phobia is something that we should be concerned about before somebody gets hurt. And this was just another post of me singing something. So I noticed my video is almost an hour. So I want to thank you all for listening. I don't know if I helped you to see a behind the scenes thing. Let me know if this is the kind of thing you like. I know that if I was watching one of your accounts and you were explaining things about what goes on, I would love it. I would find that so interesting. So don't forget to subscribe, please, to the channel here over on YouTube if you're interested in this. And I'm sorry, I can't even bother. It's not that I can't bother. I can't even read the comments because there's so much bullshit in there. But I would love to hear what you actually would like me to do here on this channel. Do you want me to do more of this? Do you want me to explain more, to actually teach more? Or do you want me to try to respond to other YouTubers and set them straight? You guys tell me what you would like me to do. I enjoy this longer format. It's different. I mean, I love TikTok, of course. I mean, that's kind of my first love because I can sing and be serious and do things quick, and it's been a great way for me to practice doing some public speaking. But this is good too. This is different. Let me know what you guys want. Please subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.